I expect 100% Kell Brook. I expect Kell Brook to show a lot of heart, who's fighting at home basically, willing to put his life on the line to defend his belt and to basically win in his hometown. This dude's fighting in his hometown in front of his family and his friends, so he's going to try and knock me out. That's why I stay focused and stay hungry and dedicated to my craft when I have somebody on the other side of the ring from me trying to beat me. I don't think I have to win by knockout, but it's something I want. I'm not going to rush it and make my style fight ugly trying to get the knockout. I'm going to go by the game plan my coach draws up, and if the knockout comes, then I'm definitely going to take it, but it's not something I am going to be looking forward to get. I am going in like a gladiator. I'm going into the arena in a lion's den. I'm trying to win. I'm going in there trying to destroy my opponent and have the crowd cheer for me at the end like the Gladiator movies. Those are the words of Errol Spence Jr. ahead of his mandatory challenge to IBF welterweight world champion Kell Brook at the end of this month. The fans are very divided on this fight. There is a big Kell Brook contingent and there is also a big Errol Spence contingent, and very few people seem to be of the belief that this fight is going to be highly competitive, which seems strange to me. But you have a large contingent of people who are adamant that Kell Brook will destroy Errol Spence, make him look silly, expose him as a hype job. And you have a similar situation with the Errol Spence people. Although I think the pro Errol Spence crowd are a bit more realistic and reasonable. I'm not saying all of them, but generally from what I've seen, most of the people who believe Errol Spence is going to win think it's going to be a tough fight for Spence, but he'll win it. But the pro Kell Brook side of the equation seem to think that this is going to be a relatively easy night's work for Kell Brook, and he's just going to destroy Errol Spence, and it's going to be reminiscent of Joe Calzaghe against Jeff Lacey. Joe Calzaghe against Jeff Lacey was a fight in which Lacey was very hyped up, and he had very little respect for Joe Calzaghe. He went to England arrogant and nonchalant and felt like he was just going to beat up this guy who'd been hiding in his own backyard for years and really wasn't, anything special. And Jeff Lacey found out the hard way. Now, I've been saying for a long time that I don't think that this scenario right here, Brook Spence, compares to Lacey Calzaghe, because for one, Kell Brook is no Joe Calzaghe. Yeah, at least not in my view. I think Joe Calzaghe was a much better fighter than Kell Brook. And two, Jeff Lacey is no Errol Spence. I see Errol Spence as a much more formidable contender than Jeff Lacey was as a champion. I think Jeff Lacey came around and, it was a fairly easy road to becoming a title holder for Jeff Lacey. And I don't think he's as skilled as a fighter as Errol Spence. I don't think he's all around as talented. So I just personally don't see it. Anything can happen in boxing. Maybe Kell Brook will destroy Spence and ruin his career the way that Calzaghe ruined Lacey's, but I personally doubt it. I envision a highly competitive fight between these two. Kell Brook has got a lot of heart, a lot of pride, fighting in front of his hometown fans. He's not going to go out easily. If he does lose, he's going to go out on his shield. And Errol Spence, in my view, he knows what he's getting himself into. He knows that Kell Brook is going to be extremely proud. He knows Kell Brook has got heart and can fight through crisis situations. Him and his trainer, I'm sure, have looked at all the Kell Brook fights. They've looked at the Carson Jones fight. They've looked at the Sean Porter fight. They've looked at the Triple G fight. They know this guy's tough. They're under no illusions as to what they're getting themselves into. Just listen to what Errol Spence said there about going into the lion's den. He knows what it is. So I just don't see the Calzaghe-Lacey comparisons at all as being particularly valid here. There's a lot of these pro Kell Brook supporters who are really clinging on to this Calzaghe-Lacey comparison. And they're also talking about how the last time an overhyped American or a last time a hyped American went to the UK to fight a British champion, it ended badly. And they say that was, God, I think it was the Calzaghe-Lacey was the last time they were talking about. But still, I mean, I guess they never saw Terence Crawford when he fought Ricky Burns. They never saw what happened there, did they? That wasn't too long ago. That was a hyped American going to the UK to fight a British champion, and he destroyed the British champion. When I say British champion, I mean a British world champion. So anyway, let me know how you feel about this particular fight. the build up, so on and so forth in the comment section below. It's happening, I'm out.